After seeing the benefits from raising oats, we also knew that they were doing good things to our soil, and we said to ourselves, we've got to find a way to be able to remain in this long term.
The issue is the marketing of them, and until we get a hog industry where the mills are set up to use small grains, or we get a beef industry where the nutritionists will include small grains in the cattle ration in their programs, there's not going to be much of a market for it.
We looked at marketing opportunities, of course, of where we could use that small grain. Is it going to be used on-farm or off-farm, and percentage on-farm versus percentage off-farm? How much do I have to rely on traditional markets, and how much am I able to use on my own?
You'd probably want to have a market found before you plant the oats if you're beginning, because most elevators have quit handling oats, and so you do need to have a place to go with them before you plant them.
Obviously there is still demand for oats in Iowa, but they are almost exclusively being brought in from other places outside of Iowa, like Canada and the Dakotas. They're being processed and repackaged and sold right here in Iowa. So my wife and family and I have spent the last year intensely researching what it would take to tap into the market that those sellers of oats in farm supply stores are tapping into today. What would it take to convince people to come to me instead as a local Iowa farmer and buy the oats that I'm producing on my farm to feed to their livestock or to use for their seed or whatever other use they were using them for? There are very few local buyers for oats around this. So we live in Black Hawk County in northeastern Iowa. There was a time a few decades ago where virtually every local cooperative would have been a ready purchaser of those oats, or there would have been a lot of local farmers in the area that would have been looking to buy them to feed to their own livestock. Well, much of that has changed drastically over time, and we were quickly reacquainted with that reality last year after we harvested our first large crop of oats. We entertained the opportunity to sell them as a bulk food grade commodity because they met all of the requirements for food grade milling. But due to the supply and demand in that market last year, when we were at the point where we were going to be ready to sell our production, there were no cash market bids available to buy them.
We market our oats through grain millers, their plant in St. Ansgar, Iowa, and that's been a very good relationship for us. Those organic oats go into their system and might be used for food and might be used for feed, but we've had a pretty consistent market with them. Conventional oats, on the other hand, are a challenge. Those markets aren't consistently open. Sometimes they're needed, sometimes they're not. So we've had a little bit more of an issue dealing with our conventional small grains than we have the organic small grains.
In addition to grain millers in St. Ansgar, who buy primarily organic small grains, various elevators, seed companies, and other businesses throughout Iowa and surrounding states do still buy small grains. You can find a list of some of these buyers in Practical Farmers of Iowa's Small Grains Business Directory at practicalfarmers.org/smallgrains.